Tonight, Governor Fubara assures of robust tourism economic activities at opening of Ngo Atlantic Road. New Chief of Army Staff assumes duties after Senate confirmation. Plus, reps endorse Tinubu's request to borrow over $2 billion from international capital markets.
The Ngo Atlantic Oyorokoto Road project is a brand new pathway that cuts through rugged coastal terrain and leads to a newly discovered Atlantic-facing beachfront. It promises new opportunities for River State blue economy. The governor said once completed, the road will not only improve access to coastal communities, but also stimulate tourism and economic activities, boosting revenue for River State.
This particular one is another virgin road, 13.5 kilometers. I call it a pathway to the blue economy. We decided to construct this road because we had a beach. There's a popular beach around here that's called Oyorokoto Beach, one of the finest tourist centers. But while we were embarking on that project, we found out that we shouldn't limit it to just that Oyorokoto Beach. But we have another site which you can see. This is just facing the Atlantic Ocean. So we also believe that while we are trying to tap into this blue economy resource, it will be proper for us to harness this front beach. We intend creating some economic activity here that also boosts the economy of River State.
The governor praised the dedication of the construction team and expressed confidence that the road will be completed and ready for commissioning by March next year. Governor Fubara also checked on the Kalaibiama-Epelema Road, featuring a 450-meter bridge, which is another vital link that will connect communities and boost local trade. Tam Nobarabi Iblubo, Rstv News.
The people of Ruma Holo in Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State have expressed displeasure over allegations of land grabbing leveled against the son of the soil, Ambassador Stephen Nyegwa, by one Benga Oladapo and other landowners in the community. Chiefs, men, women, and the youth of the community filed out in their numbers, walking to and fro the Cedar Estate where the said piece of land was allegedly grabbed, calling for justice for their son. Melvin Jackson takes it from here.
At the purported piece of land at Iroko Drive, Cinnamon and Olive Close, the regent of Rumagolo community is a Sonu Awo Njowo, stated that Benga Oladapo is inciting chaos in the family and the community at large. According to the regent, in Ikwere tradition, if a man marries two wives, he shares his properties not to individual children, but to the wives, and any child from any of the wives inherits the properties, adding that Ambassador Stephen Nyegwa is not a land grabber, rather reclaiming his birthright, which enemies of progress has claimed wrongfully.
Man that has two wives, we all know how people do their custom and share their property. So the second wife will get property if he has son. But they came here, our elder apostle, Bartholomew Egon, came here and bulldozed everywhere. Even me, that is standing here, does not even have anything here. So I'm telling the public they should disregard what they said against him.
The accused, Ambassador Stephen Nyegwa, debunked Benga's claims, saying Benga Oladapo is not an indigene and has no right whatsoever to accuse him of grabbing land that rightfully belonged to him. Ambassador Nyegwa had called on the Directorate of Security Service and other relevant authorities to invite both parties for questioning as to ascertain the true owner of the said property, as Benga is working with a family member who was busy selling off portions of the land in question, even when it was under litigation.
My other sister, this is the immediate sister that the father has known. After that one, this is third daughter, this is fourth daughter. I'm the first son of Eze Samuel Kenega Wonyegwa. We are saying here that we are one family, that I'm not a land grabber, and what Mr. Benga have done, I've damaged my image.
Others who spoke, including Nyegwa's lawyer, described Benga's statement as faulty, baseless, and unreliable, as they requested him to tender apologies.
We know him as a businessman. He's not a land grabber. He's a successful businessman. So I beg the pardon, whatever person that's calling him a land grabber should go and foot it, because we will not take it from the person.
Samuel Kenega Wonyegwa belongs to the second kitchen, while Apostle belongs to the first kitchen. So it should be shared into two. So how can Apostle have sold over 98% of the entire property?
We make both to say this now. Barrister Benga, whatever he has deposed for the public should not take it for any seriousness.
It will be recalled that Benga Oladapo and his co-landlords and residents in a recent report alleged that Ambassador Stephen Nyegwa went to the estate with armed police officers from the Rumokoro Divisional Headquarters and some hoodlums to invade their properties. A report that Rivers State Police Command had since debunked, describing it as unfounded. Melvin Jackson, Rstv News.
And to other matters, praise, worship, and thanksgiving were offered to God as clerics, members, and guests of Father's Touch Christian Center, Port Harcourt glorified God for a successful 3-day supernatural festival convention to uplift faith, ushering a new beginning and restoration for the new year. The tripartite celebration held at the church's auditorium in Port Harcourt was to celebrate the 50th birthday of the serving General Overseer, Reverend Debo Adedeji, the 15th anniversary of the church, and the solemnization of matrimony between the resident pastor, Lucky Ebunnewosu, and his better half. Melvin Jackson again has the details.
Father's Touch Christian Center, a faith-based organization with a vision to raise people who will be positive influence at the Father's heart in their generation, and a mission to teach people to understand the depth of the Father's love, become vessels of honor for the world to taste godliness, made it to the altar to celebrate God's faithfulness. In an exhortation, serving overseer of the church, Reverend Debo Adedeji, called on members to reflect on their life's achievements to know if they could do anything without God's faithfulness, stating that because God is on their side, that's why enemies couldn't swallow them up. The celebrant admonished them to hold on to God, thank Him for what He has done, for His continued grace and love in their lives.
We can describe the journey of Father's Touch Christian Center as the journey of grace. From inception to date, it has been God. It is not what we have done or our imagination or our calculation that has brought us here, but the grace of God that has been effectively working in our lives as a church and as an individual. So it's been God's grace all the way.
Giving his message titled Things Don't Just Happen, guest preacher Yemi Graceman Aduloju, who read Ephesians chapter 3 verse 20, said, when Christians pray, things happens, adding that prayer changes things, and admonish Christian faithful not to relent in prayers, as it is the master key to unlock every situation.
Things happen when you pray. If you keep quiet, your matter will remain quiet. It no go change. A closed mouth, a closed destiny. Please don't keep quiet. Pray. Prayers change things.
As a way of giving back to the society, the serving overseer also inaugurated a 3-man committee to oversee the educational foundation of the church, which he named MAD, meaning Make a Difference.
A society without well-educated people amounts to nothing. And so one thing I know about Father's Touch Christian Center is that it is a church that is built solidly on Christ. I am standing to assure my serving overseer that with the caliber of persons that he has put together to pilot the affairs of this education committee, the sky was going to be a stepping stone that will enable us raise children who are going to bring about transformation in our generation.
At the birthday celebration, family members, friends, and well-wishers took turn to compliment and eulogize the celebrant Debo Adedeji, whose charisma and dedication to service to God and humanity span through ages.
Being selfless, wherever I find myself, I just try to illuminate light everywhere, and that is one thing that stands out from my daddy for me.
My dad is a very kind, loving, he's not gentle. He can be tough, and but one thing about my dad is my best friend.
Everybody is very blunt, but he's a very nice person. Very nice. He could abuse you, but he has a very wonderful spirit.
He's a man with a very, very good heart, a very large heart. Among all our friends that we went to school together, I'm sure we are still the closest, and we are staying in touch for a long time.
That's all the message God gave me. He said I should say to you, this is the beginning of greater things to come in your life.
The celebrants, who expressed gratitude to God for his mercies and love, also advised Christians to hold onto God, live a faithful life to enjoy God's grace.
Just follow God. It pays to serve God, and God will always be there for you. Like I've been saying, my journey is a journey of grace, and God's grace has kept me. So I look forward to see years of multiple grace ahead.
There was cutting of birthday cake, toasts, and dance as live band was on hand to thrill guests, while sumptuous meal was served. Melvin Jackson, Rstv News.
To national matters, the Senate on Wednesday confirmed Major General Wahid Shaibu as the new Chief of Army Staff, directing him to take a bow and assume office immediately. Shaibu's confirmation came barely an hour after the upper chamber declared General Olufemi Oluyede as the Chief of Defense Staff, marking the commencement of the screening process for President Bola Tinubu's newly appointed service chiefs. The confirmation exercise held at the National Assembly complex in Abuja took place under tight security as senators commenced a series of closed and open sessions to vet the nominees. Senate President Godswill Akpabio, who presided over the session, said the exercise was a constitutional responsibility designed to ensure that only the most competent and patriotic officers are entrusted with the nation's security. Do you love and care about River State and her peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. Click the notification bell so you can get live news from the studios on Facebook, Rstv CH22 Online. YouTube is Rstv Online. Coming up, Gambian authorities prepare legal action against exiled leader Yahya Jammeh. And in sports, CAF announces schedule venues for 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. We'll soon be back with more if you keep us company when I return after this break.
I need the police that can respond to emergencies first.
I want the equipment I need to do my job.
I want a police that won't harass or arrest me for no just reason.
I want to be valued for my work, not feared by honest people.
I want a police that won't ask me anything for the boys.
I want a decent salary that is paid on time.
If it happens with good laws,
proper funding,
training,
and cooperation.
If it happens.
If it happens.
If it happens.
Banks, our schools, our hospitals. Let's stand together. Let's protect our networks. Dial 622 from any network or send an email to protect@ncc.gov.ng to report any suspicious activity around telecommunication infrastructure.
Milo 3-in-1 Milky and Creamy is truly milky and contains calcium. So, no need to add milk for that rich, creamy cup, which helps to nourish your kids.
Breaking news. The home is under attack by stains, disease-causing germs, and so much more. An all-out war. But not for long, cause Hypo is here.
Dirty floors and surfaces.
Not on our watch.
Protect every day with Hypo.
Dirty and stains no fit do us shakara. We got the remedy, original palasa. Hypo, go Hypo. Protect your home every day with Hypo. Cleaning every surface, sanitizing home. Shine every corner, enter every corner. Your sitting room, kitchen, even the toilets. For cleaning, Hypo now. No lose guard, protect your home with Hypo now.
And just like that, the day is saved.
Mommy, Daddy, we have so much fun.
Germs always find a way back.
No greed. Protect every day with Hypo.
Hypo go Hypo.
Confidence is important in life's little moments. Strong teeth can help, even if they get her into trouble sometimes. A great smile is useful to break the ice, and making friends is easier when you know you have fresh breath. I give my family confidence with Pepsodent Triple Protection 123. Its antibacterial action formula gives them cavity protection, white teeth, and fresh breath. The confidence of 3 toothpaste in 1. Pepsodent Triple Protection 123.
Break time is the right time to re-energize. It's that break time energy that helps keep your champ in the game.
Milo, energy to go further.
Milo!
There'll be no more pain. There'll be no more shame.
The Omega Power Ministries, OPM Worldwide, presents a special pre-anniversary Dr. Jesus Night with Coconut. It is a night of power impartation. It is a night where God will arise in judgment and silence the voice of wickedness and also establish His justice in our lives. It is a night where the force of delay will be scattered and resistance broken. It is a night of divine encounter that will turn years of waiting into joyful fulfillment. It is a divine moment where heaven touches earth and destinies are shifted. Date, Friday, 31st October 2025. Time, 8 p.m. till dawn. Venue, OPM Headquarters, Dr. Jesus City, Mbodo, Alo, River State, Nigeria. Come with your coconut and receive the power to finish strong.
OPM, Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
For weeks, across radios and timelines, we reminded Nigerians that your heart deserves action. Not tomorrow, but today. And when the call came, 10,370 registered, 5,250 walked, 4,000 got their health checks done. All working for the same reason: to live, to love, to laugh. For over a decade, Power Oil has powered more than meals. We've conducted over 3 million free health checks across neighborhoods. We've supported life-saving heart surgeries through the Kano Heart Foundation. This year, we took it even higher. The Lagos skyline became our canvas. Our thank you to every Nigerian who has worked, cooked, danced, and cared. Because consistency builds trust, and trust powers change. Power Oil, certified healthy. Power Oil Light is certified fit. Together, we've made a choice that lets every heart thank you.
What wakes you up in the morning? Is it the sunrise? Is it the alarm? No. It's your dream that wakes you every day. It's what drives you like a powerful engine. That's why you start strong every day with the rich, creamy taste of Nescafe Original 3-in-1. Carefully crafted from selected coffee beans. You are on your hustle, and you won't stop until you succeed. Start strong, finish strong.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
It's a welcome to more news. The House of Representatives on Wednesday approved President Bola Tinubu's request to secure a total of $2.347 billion from the international capital market to part finance the 2025 budget deficit and refinance maturing Eurobonds. The approval followed the consideration and adoption of a report presented by the House Committee on AIDS, Loans and Debt Management, chaired by Abubakar Hassan Nalaraba, during plenary presided over by Speaker Tajuddin Abbas. Since assuming office in May 2023, President Bola Tinubu's administration has secured substantial external financing to support government programs and fiscal operations. Between May 2023 and May 2025, Nigeria obtained approximately $7.2 billion in external loans from the World Bank, aimed at bolstering key economic reforms and development initiatives. In addition, the government received approval for a $1 billion facility from the African Development Bank expected to be disbursed between 2024 and 2025. Further strengthening its external financing portfolio, the House of Representatives in October 2025 approved a new borrowing plan, including $1.23 billion to part finance the 2025 budget and $500 million debut sovereign sukuk to be issued in the international capital market. These financing initiatives form part of the administration's broader strategy to bridge budget deficits, refinance maturing debts, and stimulate economic growth through targeted investments. Now, foreign news. The Gambian government has issued a stern warning to former exiled President Yahya Jammeh following his recent announcement that he was ready to return home. They warned that he risks facing legal action for alleged crimes committed during his presidency if he attempts to return to the country next November. The recent warning comes just 2 days after a recorded message from Jammeh was shared with thousands of his supporters gathered in his hometown, Kanilai, where he announced plans to return to the Gambia in November 2025 and hinted that he would lead a faction of his former ruling party. However, Jammeh did not provide a specific date for his return, but mentioned an agreement with organizations including the African Union, ECOWAS, the UN, and the EU, which he claims support his return home. Now, sports news. The Confédération Africaine du Football, also called CAF, in collaboration with hosts Morocco, has officially confirmed match venues and the schedule for the African qualifiers of the FIFA World Cup 2026 Intercontinental Playoff Tournament. The high-stakes mini-tournaments will hold between 13 and 16 November 2025 in Rabat, Morocco, featuring Nigeria, Gabon, Cameroon, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. According to CAF, the semi-finals will be played on Thursday, 13 November 2025 at the El Barid Stadium and the Prince Moulay El Hassan Sports Complex, while a draw scheduled for tomorrow will definitely determine which fixture is assigned to each venue. The opening semi-final will see Nigeria Super Eagles take on Gabon at 17 hours local time, to be followed by the second semi-final between Cameroon and the DR Congo at 20 hours local time. The tournament's final is slated for Sunday, 16 November 2025 at the Prince Héritier Moulay El Hassan Stadium, with kickoff set for 20 hours local time. The overall winner in this game will advance to the FIFA Intercontinental Playoff in March 2026 to be hosted by the United States, Mexico, and Canada. The tournament represents the last hurdle for the participation team nations as they seek to join Africa's already qualified contingent on football's biggest stage. Still talking football, 12 countries have sealed their places at the Total Energies CAF Women's Africa Cup of Nations, Morocco 2026, after 2 rounds of qualifiers. Hosts Morocco, runners-up at the last 2 editions, will once again aim to turn home support into their first ever title after narrowly losing to South Africa 2-1 in the 2022 final. CAF disclosed this on its website on Wednesday. Nigeria, the 10-time champions, remain the favorites as the Super Falcons chase an 11th continental crown to reaffirm their dominance in Africa's women's football. Ghana, third-place finishers at the last tournament, arrived with renewed determination, while South Africa and Zambia, now established contenders, will be strong challengers. The 2026 edition will also witness two debutants, Cape Verde and Malawi, marking history with their first appearance at the finals. Now all is set for the observation of funeral rites in honor of late Elder Nkechi Elemchukwu Abam, who passed away on 14 May this year at 86 years. In a joint statement by the family representatives, Pastor Francis A.K. Abam and Goodlife Elehu, a vigil is slated for Wednesday and Thursday by Ahelbu community and the Osiakpo quarters. According to the statement, the body will depart Modern's mortuary at 8 a.m. on Friday to be received at Umuebe Kindred chiefs and elders for lying in state at her husband's compound, Uhuaga. The statement added that a funeral service will be conducted by the Brotherhood of the Cross and Star at 10 a.m. on Friday, followed by interment. Late Mrs. Nkechi Abam is survived by several children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, among whom is Miss Uche Abam of the news division of the River State Television. Do you love and care about River State and her peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. It is a task we must accomplish. So in the news now, a recap of some of the major stories. River State Governor Sir Siminala Ifubaya has described the 13.5-kilometer Ngo Atlantic or Yorokoto Road, still undergoing construction, as a bold effort towards harnessing the potential of the blue economy, stimulating tourism and economic activities while boosting revenue for the state. The Senate on Wednesday confirmed Major General Wahid Shaibu's appointment as a new Chief of Army Staff, directing him to take a bow and assume duties immediately. We had also reported that the House of Representatives on Wednesday approved President Bola Tinubu's request to secure in total of $2.34 billion from the international capital markets to part finance the 2025 budget deficit and refinance maturing Eurobonds, following the consideration and adoption of a report presented by the House Committee on AIDS, Loans, and Debt Management. And that's it from the news desk for tonight. Thanks for being a part of it.